In order to manage the development of a design by tracking its predicted capability to meet the critical to quality characteristics and comparing it to the target or desired capability, we will be using a design scorecard. The design scorecard in EngineRoom is a template tool that enables you to track this development. Open the design scorecard from the menu or from search. Click Launch. The template will open in a new tab and prompt you to write in a title. In this example, a software company was redesigning its telephone technical support process and wants to manage its CTQCs with this design scorecard. The top section is a documentation section for the project. It has a drop-down list to indicate whether this is overall, system, subsystem, component, or process. In this example, we will select overall. There's also a field for the date. In the main section, you have several rows to fill for your metrics. The first column, the description, lets you clarify whether the metric is a CTQC, dimension, output, or performance. In this case, we will be keeping it as a CTQC. The second column is the name of the parameter. This might be a vague name, but other columns in this sheet bring them to more concrete and measurable definitions. For technical call support project, let's write responsiveness, knowledge, and accuracy. The third column allows you to set a priority. This may be the value that it was on the QFD, or it could be another value decided upon. The fourth column is the measure. This is the translation from an abstract concept to an operational definition that can be measured as part of the process. In this case, responsiveness is turned into time to contact, knowledge is time to problem resolution, and accuracy is % of cases reopened. The data type in the fifth column is either variable or attribute. This determines whether the value is numeric and will be evaluated based on hitting a particular target, or an attribute, which will typically be expressed as some sort of count or percentage. Choosing this dropdown also changes the far right columns, highlighting either the column for sigma level or CPK. This helps differentiate the two different types of data and give different current levels to each. The sixth column is the ultimate target, as defined by the customers or by other internal stakeholders of the process. The units column specifies the units that the measurement will be taken in. The USL and LSL stand for upper specification limit and lower specification limit, and are the limits around the target that indicate the acceptable range. These columns are optional and can be used separately as well. For example, only the upper specification limit or only the lower specification limit. The table on the right is a measure of current state. The source indicates whether the measurement is the actual measurement accurately taken of the process, or if the values were taken from another source, such as a pilot or simulation. The sigma level and the CPK columns are spaces to input the current values for those process measures. These process measures help evaluate whether your process consistently produces the results related to your target. This concludes our tutorial. You can check out more tutorials at www.moresteam.com/help/engineroom.